there, friends! Welcome to Bokky's Teevee. Today is going to be so much fun because we're going on an adventure to learn about jobs. There are so many interesting jobs that people do every day, and we're going to learn about a whole bunch of them, from A to Z. Are you ready? We'll discover what they do, what tools they use, and maybe even some of the challenges they face. Get ready to be amazed because you might just find the perfect job for you. Let's go! Our first awesome job starts with the letter A. Can you guess? That's right, it's an artist. Artists are super creative people who love to make things look amazing. They can draw, paint, and even sculpt. Imagine using all kinds of colorful paints to create a beautiful picture, or using clay to make a giant, colorful sculpture. Some artists even draw comics. Wouldn't it be cool to see your very own comic book one day? Being an artist lets you use your imagination and create awesome things. Next up, we have the letter B. B is for baker. Do you love yummy treats? Bakers make all sorts of delicious things, like cakes, cookies, bread, and even donuts. They use special ingredients like flour, sugar, and lots of sprinkles to make their creations extra special. Just imagine baking a giant birthday cake with tons of frosting and sprinkles. You could even put candles on it and make a wish. Bakers make the world a sweeter place, one treat at a time. For C, we're going to learn about chefs. Chefs are like cooking superheroes. They work in restaurants and make all sorts of yummy food. You know what's super cool about being a chef? They get to wear those tall white hats. And they get to use all kinds of cool tools. Big spoons, whisks, and sometimes even blowtorches. Chefs don't just cook, though. They get to invent their own special recipes. Maybe it's a super cheesy pizza or a giant stack of pancakes. Wouldn't it be awesome to try a chef's special recipe? I know I would. I bet some of you are already amazing little chefs. Maybe you help make cookies at home or stir the batter when you're baking. Remember, if you love to cook and try new things, you could be a chef one day. For letter D, we're talking about doctors. Doctors are like puzzle solvers, but instead of puzzles, they help people who don't feel well. They use their knowledge to figure out what's wrong and make you feel better. Doctors wear those cool white coats and use special tools like stethoscopes to listen to your heartbeat. Have you ever seen a doctor use a stethoscope? It's super cool how they can hear your heartbeat. Doctors help people of all ages, even babies. They give you checkups to make sure you're healthy and give you medicine when you need it. I bet you've seen a doctor before. They're really nice. Being a doctor is a really important job because they help people feel better when they're sick. Maybe you can be a doctor when you grow up. E is for engineer, and engineers are like the builders of our world. They create all sorts of amazing things using their imagination and smarts. They're like real-life superheroes with special building powers. Engineers build bridges so cars can drive over water, and they design airplanes so we can fly in the sky. Can you imagine designing a giant airplane? That would be so cool. Did you know that engineers even build robots? That's right, those cool robots you see in movies and on TV, engineers make those a reality. Maybe one day you can build your own robot. If you love building with blocks, creating structures, or figuring out how things work, then you might have what it takes to be an engineer. Remember, you can build anything you set your mind to. Hey everyone, F is for Firefighter. Firefighters are like superheroes. They're super brave and rescue people from fires. Firefighters wear special suits and helmets to protect them from the heat and smoke. They even drive those big red fire trucks with the loud sirens. Those sirens are important because they let people know the firefighters are coming to help. Imagine sliding down the fire pole at the fire station just like the firefighters. They have to get ready super fast and then zoom off to help people. Firefighters are awesome. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more fun letters and jobs. G is for gardener. Gardeners have really cool jobs because they get to plant lots of amazing things. They plant colorful flowers, yummy vegetables, and even big, tall trees. Gardeners use special tools to help them plant, like shovels, watering cans, and sometimes even tractors. They make sure the plants have lots of sunshine and water so they can grow big and strong. Wouldn't it be awesome to have your own garden? You could grow your own strawberries, carrots, and maybe even some pumpkins for Halloween. Gardening is so much fun. Next up, H is for hairdresser. Hairdressers are like artists, but instead of using paint, they use scissors and combs to create cool hairstyles. They can cut your hair short or long, make it curly or straight, and even add some cool colors. Some hairdressers work in salons, and they have special chairs that spin around. They also have lots of different shampoos and conditioners to make your hair super shiny and soft. Imagine getting your hair styled for a special occasion. Maybe you want braids for a party or a mohawk for a costume. Hairdressers can do it all. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more fun letters and jobs. Today we're learning about the letter I, and I is for Illustrator. Illustrators are super cool because they get to draw pictures for books, magazines, and even websites. Can you imagine drawing pictures of your favorite characters or creating amazing scenes for people to see? Being an illustrator would be so much fun. You could use all sorts of colors, crayons, and markers to bring your drawings to life. Maybe you could even draw on a tablet like me sometimes. Wouldn't it be awesome to see your illustrations in a real book one day? I think it would be so cool to share your art with the world and make stories even more exciting. Today's letter is JJ is for journalist. Journalists are like superheroes because they tell us all about the important things happening in the world. They write stories for newspapers, websites, and even report on TV. Imagine being a journalist and interviewing famous people or going on exciting adventures to report the news. You could even share stories about your community and the cool things happening there. Being a journalist would be an awesome job because you get to learn new things every day and share them with everyone. Maybe one day you'll see me on TV and I'll be interviewing you. Hi everyone! Today's letter of the alphabet is K. K is for karate instructor. Karate instructors are super strong and teach people how to do awesome karate moves. They teach students how to do cool punches, kicks, and even how to break boards. Imagine being a karate instructor and helping people learn self-defense and stay fit. You could wear a cool karate uniform and even earn a black belt. How cool is that? Wouldn't it be amazing to teach karate and inspire others to be their best? You could help your students become strong and confident, just like real superheroes. Today's letter is L, and L is for librarian. Librarians work in libraries, which are like giant playgrounds for books. They're surrounded by tons and tons of awesome books every single day. Can you imagine that many books? It's like a dream come true. Librarians help people find the perfect book to read. They know so much about books. They can help you find books about dinosaurs, spaceships, or even your favorite superheroes. Maybe you can visit your local library and meet a librarian. They would love to show you around and help you find your next favorite book. Reading is so much fun, and librarians help everyone discover the magic of books. Hey everyone, it's time for the letter M. M is for musician. Do you love to sing and dance? Musicians make the world a more fun and exciting place by creating awesome music. They can play all sorts of cool instruments like guitars, drums, pianos, and even trumpets. Some musicians sing their own songs, and some play music that other people wrote. You can find musicians performing everywhere, like at concerts, in parks, or even on the street. Maybe you'll even start your own band someday. You could play your favorite songs with your friends and put on an awesome show. Making music is super fun. Today we're learning about the letter N, and N is for nurse. Nurses are superheroes who wear scrubs. They work in hospitals and doctors' offices, and they help people feel better when they're sick or hurt. Nurses are super caring and kind, and they always know how to make you feel better. They give you checkups, make sure you take your medicine, and put bandages on your boo-boos. Nurses work really hard to keep everyone healthy. Maybe someday you can be a nurse too and help people feel better. Today's letter is O, and O is for Oceanographer. Oceanographers are like underwater explorers. They study the ocean, which is like a giant swimming pool, but way bigger and full of amazing creatures. They want to know everything about the ocean, like how deep it is, what kind of animals live there, and even what kind of plants grow underwater. To explore the ocean, oceanographers use really cool tools. They have special submarines that can go super deep underwater, and they even have robots that can take pictures and collect samples. They wear special suits to stay safe and dry while they're exploring. Imagine discovering a new type of fish or finding a hidden treasure chest at the bottom of the ocean. Being an oceanographer would be such an awesome adventure. This is Bokky, and we're soaring into the letter P. P is for pilot, and pilots get to fly airplanes. Pilots are like the captains of the sky. They get to wear cool uniforms and sit in the cockpit, which is like the driver's seat of an airplane. They use all sorts of cool gadgets and buttons to make the plane fly. Pilots take people on amazing adventures all over the world. They can fly over mountains, oceans, and even deserts. They have to be really good at math and science to fly a plane safely. Maybe one day I'll be a pilot and fly you guys to a tropical island for a giant pizza party. Wouldn't that be awesome? Today's letter is Q. Q is for Quality Control Inspector, and they're like the guardians of quality. Quality control inspectors are super important because they make sure that everything meets the highest standards. That means they're in charge of checking all the products like food, water, and tools. Can you imagine having to check all that stuff? Quality control inspectors work in big factories and even with the military. They have to be really good at inspecting and making sure everything is up to standard. They use walkie-talkies to communicate with other people in the factory and make sure everything runs smoothly. Being a quality control inspector would be like playing a giant game of Tetris, but instead of blocks, you're ensuring everything meets the highest standards. Hey guys, it's time for R, and R is for race car driver. Have you ever watched a car race on TV? It's super exciting. Race car drivers are like superheroes who drive super fast cars. They wear cool helmets and fire suits to keep them safe, and they zoom around the track trying to win the race. They have to be really good drivers to go that fast. Some race car drivers even get to drive really famous cars like NASCARs. Maybe one day we can go see a race in real life. Wouldn't that be so cool? For S, we're learning all about scientists. Scientists are like detectives who solve mysteries, but instead of looking for clues, they do experiments. They work in labs with lots of cool gadgets and tools. Some scientists study space and planets, some study animals, and some even study tiny little things called germs. They wear lab coats and sometimes even goggles to protect their eyes. Being a scientist would be so much fun. You get to discover new things and learn all about how the world works. Maybe one day we can do some fun science experiments together. It's time for T, and T is for teacher. Teachers are awesome. They help us learn so many new things at school, like reading, writing, math, and even how to be kind to our friends. Teachers make learning fun, and they always have the best stories to tell. They help us grow up to be smart and kind. My mommy used to be a teacher before she started making videos with me. She says being a teacher is a really important job because you're helping kids learn and grow. I bet some of you are going to be amazing teachers when you grow up. U is for umpire. Have you ever seen a baseball game? Or maybe a soccer match? Well, umpires are the ones who make sure everyone is playing fair. They have to watch really closely and make sure no one is cheating. That's a big job. They use different signals with their hands to tell everyone what's going on. It's like being a referee. Umpires have to be really good at knowing all the rules of the game. That way they can make the right calls. It would be so cool to be an umpire, right? Maybe one day you can be an umpire for your friend's game. V is for veterinarian. Veterinarians are like doctors, but for animals. They take care of all sorts of animals, from puppies and kittens to horses and even snakes. If your pet is feeling sick, you take them to the veterinarian. The veterinarian will check them out, just like a doctor would check you. They listen to their heart, look in their ears, and make sure they are healthy. Sometimes, animals need medicine to feel better, and the veterinarian will give them just the right amount. Veterinarians also help animals who get hurt. They're like animal superheroes. I bet it's so much fun to be a veterinarian and help animals feel better. Guess what's next? W. W is for writer. Do you love telling stories? Or maybe you like to write in your journal? Well, if you do, you might just be a writer. Writers use their imaginations to create amazing stories, write interesting articles, and even make funny poems. They can write about anything they want, from faraway planets to talking animals. Some writers write books that we can read, and some writers write for TV shows. Can you imagine seeing your story come to life on TV? That would be so cool. It takes a lot of imagination to be a writer. You can start practicing by writing your own stories at home. Today's letter is X, and X is for xylophonist. Have you ever seen one? It's so cool! It's a really fun instrument that has all these wooden bars lined up, and each bar makes a different sound. You know what else is cool about playing the xylophones? They come in different sizes. Some are small enough for little kids like me, and some are super big, even bigger than me. To play the xylophone, you use these special sticks called mallets. They look kind of like spoons, but they make a really cool sound when you hit the bars. When you hit a bar with a mallet, it makes a really bright and happy sound. It's so much fun to play. You know what's really cool about the xylophone? It can play all kinds of music, from slow and relaxing songs to super fast and exciting ones. Some xylophonists even play in orchestras. An orchestra is a big group of people playing all kinds of instruments together, and they make really beautiful music. Maybe one day we can all learn to play the xylophone together. We could start our own band and have a concert. Wouldn't that be awesome? Hey, everyone! Guess what letter we're on? Y is for yoga instructor. Have you ever tried yoga? It's so much fun. Yoga instructors teach people how to do all sorts of cool poses, like standing on one leg or even balancing on their hands. Yoga instructors show you how to stretch your body and take deep breaths. It's like a fun workout that makes you feel calm and relaxed too. My mom loves doing yoga, and sometimes I even join her. Wouldn't it be awesome to be a yoga instructor? You could wear comfy clothes all day, teach people cool poses, and help them feel happy and healthy. Plus, you get to say fun words like namaste. Maybe one day, we can even have a yoga class together. Okay, let's move on to the next awesome job. We're on our last letter. Z is for zoologist. Zoologists are like animal detectives. They study all kinds of animals, from slithering snakes to roaring lions. They learn everything about how animals live, what they eat, and where they come from. Zoologists sometimes work in zoos, taking care of animals and making sure they're happy and healthy. They might even get to feed a giraffe or give a monkey a checkup. How cool is that? I love going to the zoo and seeing all the amazing animals. Being a zoologist would be like going to the zoo every day. You could learn so much about animals and help protect them too. Wow, we learned about so many amazing jobs. Wow, there are so many awesome jobs out there. I hope you found some cool careers to think about. Remember when we learned about firefighters? They're so brave. And artists, they make the world more colorful. Thanks for exploring with me today. And remember, you can be anything you want when you grow up. You can be a doctor, a teacher, a scientist, or even a race car driver. It's up to you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Bokky's Teevee for more exciting videos. See you next time, future doctors, firefighters, and artists. Bye!